Mexico of 2023 as Real Madrid face their arch rivals Barcelona in the final of the Spanish Super Cup. Xavi looking for his first piece of silverware as manager and Real hoping to win it for a 13th time. Michael, who do you make favourites?
Oh, possibly just Real Madrid. I'm trying not to be biased, but possibly just Real Madrid. I think they've got the experience, haven't they? Well, I mean, two teams, two winning machines really as clubs over the years, but I'd just favour Real Madrid, I think.
Do you think there's more pressure on Barcelona, Owen, because they've got a bit more to prove at the moment?
Yeah, I think you're right. I think obviously Real, the experience of winning the Champions League and so consistently, Ancelotti wins everywhere he goes. And I think for Barca and Xavi, you know, they'll want to get a trophy on the board, so I think obviously pressure on both teams. I think we're going to get a classic, you know, goals from all over the place. And Real, we've seen them suffer and hang in there. So Ancelotti is just the coolest manager in the world. I love him.
And there's going to be so many good battles all over the pitch tonight, isn't there? Well, where do you think that key battle is going to be?
Well, we've already highlighted the sharp end of both teams, haven't we, with Lewandowski and Benzema, and you'd have to think, as you put it so eloquently before, Lindsay, whoever's got their shooting boots on they'll be key players tonight. You know, the goal scorers are always the most important players on the pitch, aren't they, Owen?
Well, I think obviously all eyes are on the centre forwards, and rightly so, because they're so good. Two goalkeepers are world class as well. But I think Busquets has a big job today. You know, they'll dominate the ball. Real Madrid are brilliant in transition. He'll need to be in there, because otherwise you've got two young guns in Pedri and Gavi. We know they'll be bombing forward. So big job for Busquets in there.
Your eyes will definitely be on that midfield, I'm sure. Well, the players are heading out at the King Fahd International Stadium for the final. So let's join our commentary team, Steve McManaman and Ian Dark. Good evening.
Good evening to you, Lindsay. Good evening, everybody. One of the great rivalries in world football started at an old horse race track in Madrid in 1902. Since then, there have been 250 clashes and goodness knows how many trophies won by these two famous clubs. They meet again here for the first time since 2017 in the Spanish Super Cup. Two clubs, in fact, who are dreaming of a European Super. Left out Rafinha. There are one or two reports linking him to Arsenal this evening. Very good atmosphere. Why Riyadh, Saudi Arabia for this particular competition? Well, it's not the first time it's been held here, and the truth is money, a lot of money passed to the Spanish Federation to put it on in these parts. Obviously that is a contentious choice, but the game is on in this stadium, the King Fahd Stadium, which holds nearly 70,000, and it's a pretty good crowd, as you'd expect for a meeting like this, a Clásico played very far from Spain. "701 games for Sergio Busquets, who just got a shot off there. Karim Benzema, by the way, is in his 40th Clásico here. Real Madrid, of course, in the all-white, get us underway at the start of the evening. Xavi, the Barcelona coach, looking for the answer now.
Yeah, I think they're worried about the pace of Vinicius Junior, aren't they? If he's up there with Koundé, and you see here,
Door on him. It's gone out of play. Goal kick. Koundé did play right back, remember, for France at the World Cup.
He played right back on Thursday, didn't he, in a couple of days.
There's Vinicius. Gavi. Busquets was caught there by Kroos, who wants a free kick. And the referees, I think, wanted the game to go on, but now pulls it back and wants a word with Kroos. It looked like a open and shut case for a free kick, didn't it?
Yeah, but I don't think it was bad.
Goes a long way in there, and Araujo was arriving late and might well have converted that.
It's close. Just runs off the back of Rudiger. Loses him completely. Bells Wendy, Madrid. They played very well that evening, Barca. Yeah, Madrid had virtually had that league wrapped up there.
His quick passing routines, Araujo there. Themselves competitive and bring more players in. Battles subplots here, and Dembele against Mendy's World Cup final, which you would have hoped to be playing in. Now Gabi, flicked on by Lewandowski, and you wondered where that might end up.
A lovely ball by Gavi. I think it just gets a flick off the top of Militao's head. So therefore...
Lewandowski! Oh, onto the post! Courtois just about did enough there to tip that onto the post.
Great save by Courtois. Balde then comes in and fluffs his lines and smashes it over. Gavi does really well, lays off to Lewandowski. He does exactly what you'd expect. Shot on target. And then it falls to Balde off the post, and he just slashes at it when he's got all the time.
Modric now. De Jong, you can see what the idea was. Carvajal, well constructed so far. Mendy with the cross in, and Benzema! Normally he puts those away. Win for placement, just wide.
Yeah, he went back across the goalkeeper. We saw in his highlights reel earlier on some of the great headers from last year in the Champions League. Good.
Militao got in the block, and then the cross beats everybody. He only made his La Liga debut 16 months ago. Cuts back, but it was behind. Frankie de Jong to play this one in. It's Modric. Benzema, was he onside? Just about
offside.
Yeah, the flag did go up. He looked offside. Of course, the official waited to see what developed.
Yeah, maybe better to try and pick out Vinicius. He runs.
Lewandowski to play this in, and Gavi is there to put Barcelona ahead. Massive moment for the youngster and for Barca.
Yeah, it was a good goal. He was onside. It was a brilliant ball by Robert Lewandowski. But Madrid try and play out here, and they get caught. Barcelona's press here. It's an awful ball by
Gavi, and Lewandowski waiting in the middle. Easy for him. 2-0 Barcelona. Like shelling peas, that one. And Lewandowski now has his first ever goal in a Clásico.
Yeah, an assist from Gavi. This time into Lewandowski. And you mentioned Madrid defensively in.
انت لسه نايم؟ قوم يا ابني وراك امتحان. طب انا كده مش نافع معاك الاسلوب ده. انا عارف بقى صحيك ازاي. قايم اهو قايم.
حضرات السادة المشاهدين، لا أهلا ولا سهلا، فما لي أن أرحب بكم ولا لكم أن ترحبون بي، فلا صباحا خير ولا اليوم بيوم مشرق لنتمناه مسعدا.
انت بتبشرني، ما تيجي تلف في وشي احسن بقى بالمره. يا رب اللي انا فيه ده، وانا صبحت في وشي من الصبح بس يا رب.